Guys, welcome to episode 172. We have a conversation today that I've been wanting to have for a very long time now around a subject that's been irking me, which is it okay to want to be a part of somebody's team in an existing business rather than being the founder entrepreneur? My answer is absolutely yes. We need to stop making judgments and romanticizing what it means to be an entrepreneur. Often, it is those that contribute to businesses from within that do such incredible work. Ultimately, my view around this is find out who you are, find out what works for you, and create a career path or a life path, more importantly, that aligns to that. This is my argument.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me, line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man, check my titles mate quickly, came from the sky with the light of day in me and grew my own.
G'day guys, welcome to episode 172 of Ask Jack D. Very much looking forward to today's conversation. Rosie, what's the question we are answering?
Okay, so today's question comes from Stephanie Hickman.
Stephanie Hickman.
Leaders need followers. There is a lot of advice about how to be a good leader, but how do you be a good follower or team player? Is it okay to want to be a player on someone else's team?
Really good question. I'm really glad someone has asked this. I'm just watching Bear because he might be journeying down a path to nowhere that might get him in trouble. I'll keep an eye on him. If he does, I'll call him back. Stephanie, that's a really good question. I'm so glad someone has finally asked this question because it's been something, yes, come up, you idiot. Don't walk down there. It's been something that's been irking me for a very long while. And that is, whether it's be Instagram posts or conversations around, what now has a term which is called job shaming, which I think is actually a real thing and I think isn't constructive in any way, shape or form. Let me outline why. Entrepreneurship, so to be the number one in an organization, meaning you're the founder, you started it, it's your company, is only attuned to a certain kind of individual, right? What's happened with entrepreneurship is there's been this romanticism that's formed around it, this sort of Hollywoodization, which is a term we've coined several times on Ask Jack D now, around what it means to be an entrepreneur. However, like anything in life, be it a chef or an NRL player or an AFL player or a musician or a singer, it needs to be who you are, right? It needs to be who you were put here to be. And for a lot of people, it's not. And that is absolutely fine. There can be no judgment around that. Some of the most inspiring people I've ever met haven't been entrepreneurs. They're really great contributors within other organizations. So to see this stuff on Instagram going, you'll never get wealthy working 9 to 5 or whatever it might be, is absolute complete bullshit for a start. A lot of people do get very wealthy that are great contributors. There's CEOs of public companies out there or C-level executives of companies out there or, heads of departments or whatever it might be in everyday businesses out there in Australia and around the world that become incredibly wealthy from doing what they do. And they're incredibly good at it. And the last thing they should do, which is probably why they are where they are, because they're very intelligent people, they recognise the last thing they should do is run out and start a business because that's what every 24-year-old is talking about at the moment, right? Going and starting a business isn't your answer to everything. My philosophy around all of this comes back to the fundamental principle that when what you do is fueled by who you are, that's when you will do your life's best work. Right? And it doesn't matter if that is to play guitar, it doesn't matter if that is to cook food, it doesn't matter if that's to be a good mother or father or great human being or spiritual leader or political activist or, work in a philanthropic type endeavor or go out and be an entrepreneur or be great within another business where you can do your life's best work within a business. It doesn't matter, right? There can't be a judgment on the part of, firstly, I think those that make the judgment around working 9 to 5 are probably those that haven't actually really ever built a business, right? And so, I don't know, might seek validation in tearing other people down, right? But it's just, it's senseless and it doesn't have any grounding in facts or any grounding in understanding of what makes human beings great. What makes human beings great is when what you do is fueled by who you are. Your life's work should be an extension of who you are. For a lot of people, that doesn't mean going and starting a business. For a lot of people, that means get really, really good at something. Become the best in the world at something. And even then, it doesn't mean you need to start a business around it. Unless, of course, that is something you want to do, that is something you're built to do, then go ahead and do that. But let's not make judgments around right and wrong here. Let's recognize that every human is as unique as their fingerprint, and therefore how they embark on their journey, what they do on their path, how they engage in their career should be as unique as they are.
So